Hello, amazing people. How's everyone doing this beautiful day? So, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluseyi Magic, CEO of Rare Magic Studios. So, I had a webinar recently called Business of Photography webinar, and we received a lot of questions from that webinar. So, I'm making this particular video to answer some of the most important questions. So, there's someone that actually sent us quite a number of questions that I feel is going to be very helpful to a lot of you guys. And for those of you that have not seen the webinar, that have not watched the webinar, please go to my channel, Rare Magic TV. Go to the live session. You are going to see it, Business of Photography. Please check it out. It will help you a lot. Believe me, it's going to help you a whole lot. So for about those of you that have seen the webinar, please stay with me in this video. I'm going to be answering some very, very important questions that this person asked, and I believe it's going to help you. So let's get into it. Okay, just a second. All right. Okay, where did I save these questions? Okay, here I am. All right. So let's start with the first question. So he said, "What are your opinions about paying salaries to oneself from the business as a way of separating finances?" I spoke a lot about finances in that class. So about place of paying yourself and all that. So he's saying, what is my opinion on paying one salary to oneself? So now this is the thing. I'll be very, very frank and honest. I'm not going to teach you Oyinbo stuff that will just mess you up with your mind. One thing is, if your business is still growing, you're still at a stage where you're not getting a huge cash flow on a consistent basis, I think it's not time for you to start paying yourself salary yet. That's my opinion. Don't let anybody deceive you that you must pay yourself salary right from the moment you start your business. No, it doesn't work that way, in my opinion. Especially if it's a sole proprietorship, like a photography brand that you are still growing, and you have not got it to a stage where you are employing staff, you have interns, you have people that work for you, and all that. Until then, I don't think you need to pay yourself salary. What I think you should do is to pay yourself percentage. You can do it on a percentage basis. That okay, anytime you get a job, anytime you receive a new job, you have a certain percentage that goes to you, that goes to your pocket. Then this one is for me. This is like my personal profit that I'm taking home as my personal gain that I will use for personal needs specifically. You understand? I think that's a place to handle it, because if you have a percentage that you give yourself, it helps you. You are still separating yourself from the business. If you have gotten to a point where you have enough cash flow, please pay yourself salary. That's the way it should be. That's the way to maintain discipline. So you don't just dip your hand into company money as if it is because you founded the company. No. Until you get to a point in your business where you're able to separate yourself from a business, you will never grow. But until then, you can just set aside percentage for yourself. It's going to really, really help you. So the other money can go to your marketing, your branding. The actual money you are going to set aside for the job, like the album and all that stuff. You understand? So let's check out the next question. Said during the webinar you mentioned that we should ensure to have a revenue target. Yes. I also want to ask if it's good to have a profit target as well. Also want to ask what you would consider a healthy profit. Okay, now he's saying he wants to ask if it's good to have a profit target, because I remember I talked about it in the webinar that it's good that you have a revenue target. For example, in the course of a year, you feel your revenue target is 1 million naira for the year, and you need like maybe 10 weddings to hit 1 million naira. That means you charge 100k per wedding in the pace of the year. That's an example. So it's asking if you should have a profit target every year. Yes, it's good to have a profit target, but I think what is important is your revenue target, because it is from your revenue target that you calculate your profit target. It is from a revenue that you make profit. What is revenue? Revenue is the total money received into your organization or into your business. So it is from the revenue that you set aside your profits and you set aside your expenses. So you can set aside your profit target. So when you are planning your revenue, you are supposed to start from, okay, how much you want to make in the year personally, that you want to enjoy with, like you want to earn in your pocket in the course of that year. You write that down. Okay, how much do you need to run the business in the course of that year? You also write that down. You add it up. That's what makes up your revenue target. You understand? So it's that revenue target that you now put as your target. Okay, this year I want to make 2 million. Okay, so if I want to make 2 million, what do I need to make 2 million this year? Okay, I need 10 weddings. If I can shoot 10 weddings at 200,000, I'm going to make 2 million. Simple. That's how it works. So out of that 2 million, maybe 700,000 is your profit, 1 million is your profit, 500, depending on how you run your business and operate your finances. I hope that answers your question. Okay, let's check out the next one. He said, in setting aside a budget for marketing, business schools usually say marketing budget should be typically between 5 to 25%. Is this the same model you adopt, sir? Not really. Marketing budget depends. Marketing budget depends. It depends on the stage you are in the business. When your business is there, like you have enough cash flow, you're making money, that's a perfect percentage. At least you should not be less than 15% of money should go to marketing, because it's marketing that will drive sales anyway. If there's no marketing, what are you selling? So minimum of 15% should go to your marketing, in my opinion. That's very key. A lot of us prioritize our profits over business expenses. We forget that it is the business expenses that will improve or increase the profit. So if you want to do this, make sure your marketing budget is fixed. It's key. When you have a job, let's take for example, you get a job of 200,000. Instantly you take out 10% of the money, or 15 or 12%, depending on what works for you. That's like maybe 25,000. You run sponsors posts. That okay, from this job you are able to run this advert. So for example, you have maybe just 500 followers or 1,000 followers on Instagram. If you use 20,000 to run a sponsored post for 5 days, that's going to reach thousands of people beyond your own followers. That is marketing. You understand? So it's important that you set aside budget. I would not say it must be this percentage. Do what works for you. But if your business is already there, of course, between 5 to 25% is very, very reasonable. Very, very reasonable. Okay. So, also, the cost of creative shoots and collaboration that we do to boost our portfolio, should that cost also be part of our marketing budget, or will we need a separate budget for it? Cost for content is part of marketing. Anything that has to do with you trying to bring new eyes into your business is marketing. So cost of creating content is also part of marketing. So it should be in your marketing budget, because it's you trying to advertise your work. But you can, what I do, let me just tell you what I do. My marketing budget is different from my content, my editorial budget, because my editorial budget is periodic. I don't do editorial shoots every day. I don't do editorial shoot every month. I do it once in a while. So it's periodic in nature. So when I want to do editorial shoot, I plan ahead. Maybe in the next 3 months I have it, because editorial costs a lot of money, especially if you want to do it well. So I plan ahead. I set aside that money that goes to editorial budget. Then I have my normal marketing budget, which goes to sponsor that. I want to feature my work on the blog. I want to promote my picture somewhere, or in a or whatever kind of strategy I'm employing at that particular point in time. That's my standard marketing budget. So if you want to do correct content shoot, editorial shoot, it will cost you more than probably your regular marketing budget. So try not to merge it together so you don't complicate it. So you can have a budget for editorial shoots or for creative shoots, which is also periodic. And I also advise, if you want to be doing shoots, don't do it every week. You don't kill yourself. If you want to do one shoot, do it well. Let it be fantastic. Even if it takes you 3 months to create one shoot, do it in a way that it will blow minds. By the time you post it, you can use it to sell for a very long period of time. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I think okay, let's go. All right, so say, from your wealth of experience, what do you consider the biggest client for a wedding photographer? Event planner or the couple? This is a very good question. I think I'll make a fresh video on this question. What do you consider the biggest client for a wedding photographer, event planner or couple? I'll be very, very honest with you guys. The biggest client you can ever have as a wedding photographer is event planners. That's the biggest. That's the only way you can grow. I learned this the hard way. Photographers that have this school of thought of, I don't like dealing with planners. I don't like talking to planners. God will help you. Because planners are the ones that can bring you recurring jobs. It is planners that can book you this month, book you next month. A bride cannot get married 3 times. The moment she works with you, probably if she has a sister or she has a friend, which is very, very good. But when it comes to having a planner in your corner, or a few planners that you work with, that you have built a network with, it can help you stay relevant for a very, very, very long time. So the biggest client you can have is a planner. But it's important that you curate your business strategy, your customer experience, to satisfy your client, the couple. Because if you're a wedding photographer, for example, or you're a portrait photographer, let's just stick to weddings. If you're a photographer, for example, the experience is for the couple, not for the planner. But a lot of us mix it up, and we say because it's the couple that booked us, planners should just go and sit down somewhere. No. So the experience for the couple, making the couple happy, will make the planner happy. So when the couple tells the planner that using Rare Magic, using this was a dream come true for me, the planner is happy and she's willing to recommend you for her other clients. So if you make your planner happy and the couple is not happy, the couple is complaining to the planner after that, the performance is so poor. Even though you went heaven and beyond for the planner, she will still might not trust you. So it's important that you make your couple. So when I say the most important client you can have is the planner, does not mean couple comes secondary. They are equally as important because they are the one that is paying for your service. It's not the planner, it's the couple that is paying for your service. So make sure when you get a job, either from a planner or directly from a couple, your couple, make sure they are happy after the wedding or after the job is done. The moment they remember working with you, they just smile. Then you have to make sure you make your planners also equally happy, because when your planner is happy, they will refer you to other clients. That's why it's very important to network with clients, with planners I mean. Okay. All right, so let me pick this last question so we can round up. He said, can you shed more light on building a production team? Light bearers, second shooters, the structure that I currently have is a temporary one or a contractual one. Okay, so talking about team, if you are still growing your business, you don't have financial resources to be able to employ, you can hire people on contract basis. Contract basis means if you have a wedding, you hire a second shooter. If you have a lot of jobs, you can hire an editor. You don't have to employ if you don't have the money to. You have to be a businessman and plan. You will know when you are ready to employ and pay monthly salary. If you are not there yet, stick to the contract. When you have a job, hire a second shooter, hire a light assistant. Then if you happen to have an office or a place where you can have people, even if it's your house, but it's a place where you can have people, start to train people. That will really, really help you. If you feel you have space to take in people, start to train people, start to develop people so that they can work with you. While they try to develop themselves, they are also working with you. The best way to grow a team in the creative space is to train people. You don't just start throwing money around, just train people. Since they want to learn, help them learn so they can grow, and they also help you by working with you. As simple as that. So I hope this helps and this answers a lot of your questions. And just like I said earlier, if you've not watched the Business of Photography webinar, please go to Rare Magic TV on YouTube, go to the live session and check it out so you can inspire yourself and learn. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. See you guys next time. Cheers.